Good morning and happy 2025. I'm starting this vlog off very quietly. I promise this will be different soon, but my boyfriend's still asleep. I don't want to wake him up. I love a new year, and I feel like a lot of people are against like the New Year's resolution stuff, and they feel like people go to too many extremes. But I will tell you, I have done a lot of things based around my New Year's resolutions, and I'm a firm believer that they work depending on the type of person you are, especially if you're like a type A person like myself. They're actually really good for you. As long as you make goals that are achievable and make sense, and you actually have like a plan on how you're going to do it. My plan for this vlog is that we are going to make our goals for 2025, and then we are going to attempt to start off the year really well when it comes to our reading by trying to finish a couple of books within the next couple of days. By the end of the first week of this year, I would love to have like 3 to 5 books done, and I know that seems really overambitious, but it's because on the 6th, I will be going back to my clinical placement, which means that I will have less time and life's going to get busier. So I want to try to set myself up for success by not only getting ahead on my reading goal, but also bulk filming content and things like that. So we're going to write down our goals, and then we will touch base with what they are. So it has been a few days since that first clip. It is now January 3rd of 2025. So it's been a couple days. I did write down my goals on January 1st. I just didn't come back to this. So I did write down all of the goals I'd like to achieve this year. 90 books read. I did base this off of, I did like a TikTok a little while ago where I let AI decide my goals for 2025. And it made a really good point that I should just try to be on pace with 2024 or do like maybe slightly better. But at that point I was 90 books into the year. So that's what I set my goal for, because this year will be a lot busier for me, I think, in terms of just like my life. 90, I think, is like a good milestone. And then if I do hit it and I go over it, that's great. I want to read 10 books from new to me authors, which won't be very hard. 20 fantasy books, because I do find that I avoid fantasy because I'm intimidated by it. When I finally do read a fantasy book, I love it and I'm obsessed with it. Read more romance subgenres, because I find I lean into just contemporary, like regular romance books, and I want to be more adventurous. So I put down paranormal, historical, dark, and suspense. So I'd like to read at least one of each of those, but preferably more. Post on YouTube 1 time a week or average of 4 videos per month. So this is getting more into like my professional goals. I would love to do 1 time a week, but I know there's gonna be weeks where like nothing's happening, or I'm not reading, or I just have no ideas, or I'm not inspired. If I have 1 week where I've got nothing going on versus a week that I have a lot of things going on, I can do more videos in that week. I want to reach 1,000 on YouTube, 35,000 on TikTok, and 5,000 on Instagram. I think the hardest will be YouTube and Instagram, because I do not know the first thing about this, and Instagram is a very confusing algorithm. Be a part of a book club and actually read the books. So I am a part of one book club. I've joined it. Just want to be a part of like book discussions and actually read the book that they're reading. I'm really bad for that, where I'll join a book club and then I'll never read the book. Not because I don't think the book is good. It's just like, I don't know. It's like an added pressure, but I really do want to challenge myself for this. 1 giveaway per month. These will be run through my TikTok as long as TikTok is still a thing. I want to do 1 giveaway per month. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be this big thing. It could be something as simple as like stickers and bookmarks and things like that. But I just want to give back a little bit. 2 paid collabs is definitely a professional goal of mine. I did sign with a paid collab for this year, but I signed for it last year, so I'm not counting it towards the 2. So I would like to get 2 more. And then visit a book bestie. This one is more of like a challenge for myself to step out of my comfort zone and actually make an effort to meet people in real life. I have so many book friends that I've met through the internet that I have never met and may never meet. And I would like to make a valiant effort, especially because I know that there are a few book besties that I have that literally, one of them is probably like a 4.5 hour drive, 5 hour drive away. Another one's like 7 hours. So that's really not that far. Like if you think about it, that's not that bad. That's like a weekend trip. So I want to make the effort to do so. Now, getting on to whether or not I actually have been accomplishing anything since the year started, I made it my goal this week to just try to read like as much as I can, like when I have spare time, spend it reading and creating content instead of doom scrolling. And I have been doing a really good job of that. I did finish Fourth Wing, my reread of this with the graphic audio, and I loved it, and I'm definitely going to do the same with Iron Flame. I'm just kind of like debating if I want to start that yet, mostly because I'm kind of waiting for my Audible credit because the Audible credit would get me the first part for free and then I could pay the $18 for the second part. Whereas if I want to buy the first part, it's like $28 right now. So I'm trying to kind of wait, but that's not till the 8th and I'm not that patient. So I may start it. Did reread this. There will be a like whole rereading the Empyrean series vlog, so look out for that. But the graphic audio made this 10 times better. It felt like I was reading a new book for the first time. And then I did also finish All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. I finished this yesterday. This book isn't out yet. It comes out, I think, I know soon. It comes out soon. I'll put that somewhere here, but it does come out very soon. Oh, it says it right here. January 7th, 2025. It comes out on January 7th. I absolutely love this. I can't say too much because it's not out yet. You have a woman who runs this podcast, but it's not just any podcast. Like, she actually has solved cold cases, and her entire podcast is based around cold cases and things that were never solved. And she does this because when she was younger, her twin sister went missing and they never found her. So she has spent like her entire adult life basically putting puzzle pieces together to try to find the person who did it. And she ends up following a trail to this small little town, and the sheriff there, you know, typical, doesn't want her there. She's messing around with things because she's from LA, like that kind of stuff. But he is involved in this in a different way, which I absolutely loved and was not expecting. I didn't really see that coming from what I had heard about the book. And what I really loved about this book is it did such a fantastic job of doing the whole disdain to getting along to falling in love. Like, that was done so beautifully. And I find with like small town romance and just contemporary romance in general, you can't really do like the enemies to lovers in the same way that fantasy can. But this felt as close as you can get to that with a contemporary romance. This was my first time ever reading a Catherine Cowles book, and I absolutely loved every moment of it. I did give this 4 stars. It was a very, very good book. As for more progress, I am about 52% into the 4th book of Zodiac Academy, so I'm going to attempt to finish that within like the next day or 2. I would love to finish it today. It is a long book, so we'll see. And then I'm probably going to start my Quicksilver read if I don't start my Iron Flame. So far we're 2 books into 2025 and we're only 3 days into 2025. So that's great. If I could finish the 4th Zodiac Academy book today, then I would be 1 book a day so far. I'm just trying to set myself ahead. On Monday, on the 6th, I go back to my full-time clinical placement. So life's gonna get more busy, but I am really wanting to make an effort to read. When I started placement the first time, I literally did not read anything. Like, I really, really slumped out because I was just so tired and burnt out. But I really want to make an effort to continue to read once placement starts because it's something that brings me so much joy. I did want to make a vision board, but I just don't know if I'm a vision board girl. If I do make one, we'll go over it for sure. I don't know if that's my thing. I want to be that girl that does that, but I just can't. My TBR for the rest of the month is Iron Flame, Quicksilver, All Better Now, and Onyx Storm. Those are like the rest of the books I'd like to read this month. Obviously, I would love to read more than that, but we will see. Oh, and obviously finish Zodiac Academy 4. I did also do like a 25 books in 2025, which is going to be a separate video. And I've also set myself up for 12 friends choose 12 reads, which will be something that I'm probably going to do in like February or March. I did already get the books, but I'm not going to attempt any of those yet. So as you can see, I did make a vision board to break down like what it entails. A lot of it is like quotes that really like resonate with me, but more so like manifestations for the year. So like my goals and dreams become my reality. I am living my dream. 2025, the year I become my best self. What you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. I am successful at everything I do. Bills paid, debt cleared, financially free, and I am creating the life of my dreams. So a lot of that is centered around like my career and just like my life and like being successful, because that's something that I strive for. Obviously, I feel like we all do. And then as for pictures, I have a lot of like vlog and like YouTube related stuff because it's something I really want to work on. Same with like my social medias in general, just learning the algorithms and really working hard to grow those, because I just feel like it's something that brings me so much passion and so much joy that I really want to see what I can do with it. A couple outdoor things, like I just want to spend more time outdoors. I spend a lot of time outdoors in the summertime, like hour walks every single day, and I just want to get back to that. There's some gym stuff, there's graduating, there's studying because I have a really big exam at the end of the year. So it's all like very, very me oriented, which obviously a vision board should be, but I feel like it resonates with me. So we'll see we'll see how that looks by the end of the year. I apologize for this lighting and how I look, but I really need to end this vlog, and my band-aid is falling off. Just got back from my first day back at placement. So today is Monday, January 6th. I did forget to update quite a lot, but I actually did manage to read another book. There was a little turn of events. I got an arc for The Crash by Frida McFadden, so I binge read that literally all of Saturday. Done. It was phenomenal, by the way. I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. Can't say much about it because it's not out yet, but I highly recommend. As for any other reading, I am now 75% done the 4th book in Zodiac, and I think today I'm probably gonna at least try to get close to finishing it, if not finished. Same with the first part of the dramatized adaptation of the audiobook for Iron Flame, so I'm gonna hopefully be almost halfway done this book by the end of the day, but we'll see because I have a lot of things that I need to do, so it probably won't happen, but I'm hoping maybe I'll finish one of them. I do feel like we did really well. I did write down my goals. I did make a vision board. I read 3 books and almost finished another one. So overall, I feel like it was a success on what I wanted to do, and I think that we started January off really well, and I'm going into my placement feeling very positive, which is nice because I have not felt that way leading up to it. That's it for my getting my life together vlog and just starting 2025 off strong. I feel like we did that, so I'm proud of myself.